Welcome to Innovate, everyone. Thanks for being with me here today to talk about building future-proof end-to-end data strategies. As the head of our data and AI/ML division at AWS, I'm really excited to share our key learnings and latest innovations in this area. And I'm also excited to share how companies can harness the power of their data to drive invention. Now, we like to think the genesis for every invention happens with a spark, a random thought, or a real light bulb moment, or simply a stroke of genius. But according to researchers Dr. Mark Beeman and Dr. John Cunios, we actually formulate these big ideas over a period of time, sometimes even years or decades. To prove this, they measured participants' brain activity throughout a specific series of tasks and found that creativity follows a scientific process in which our brains produce these big ideas. That research shows that human beings concentrate, analyze, and find correlations in different lobes of our brain when we are making sense of new information. We even process it when we sleep. If you look closely, the human mind shows us how we can harness the power of data to drive creativity. The same process can also apply to organizations. However, applying the neuroscience of creativity to a modern-day organization is not always perfect. Our environments present very many challenges and several important caveats. Within a business, we refer to the knowledge or information we acquire as data points. But unlike the human brain, there isn't one centralized repository to collect our data, which often leads to data silos and inconsistencies across an organization. It takes a considerable amount of time and effort to clean your data and store it in accessible location. And data isn't automatically processed when we sleep, like in the human brain. We have to build automation into our data infrastructure to avoid manual replications and costly updates after working hours. And data doesn't naturally flow within our organization like neural pathways. We have to build complex pipelines to move data to the right places and set up mechanisms for the right individuals to securely access data across our business. And finally, data isn't always easy to analyze or visualize, which can make it really difficult to identify critical correlations that spark these amazing new ideas. And you need all of these elements to come together in order for these sparks, your new products or customer experiences, to come to life. So, while this theory of neuroscience can be applied to the principles of data science, we must acknowledge that the processes required to maximize the value of our data are far from innate. I strongly believe data is the genesis for modern invention. To produce new ideas with our data, we need to build an end-to-end data strategy that leads to new customer experiences as the final output. And it is critical that today's organizations have the right structures and technology in place that allow new ideas to form and flourish. We know data. We have used data to anticipate our customers' expanding storage needs for more than 17 years, starting with Amazon S3, the first scalable object storage in the cloud, and our first generally available AWS service. Today, S3 continues to deliver unmatched durability and scalability. Customers all around the world store millions of applications and have built hundreds of thousands of data lake on S3. Because S3 paved the way for development of AWS, we celebrate its inception every year on today's date, March 14th, also known as Pi Day. Following Innovate, I encourage you to stick around for a special Pi Day live stream celebration and news about the latest AWS data storage innovations. However, S3 was only the beginning for AWS. Since the launch of Amazon S3, we have used our expertise to solve some of the most complex data problems in the world with our innovations in databases, analytics, AI, and ML, from Amazon DynamoDB to Aurora to Amazon SageMaker. And this year, AWS was also named a leader in the 2022 Gartner Magic Quadrant for Cloud Database Management Systems for the 8th year in a row. We rose to the top for both our execution and future vision for this report, which is an annual evaluation for data and analytics cloud services from vendors across the globe. These types of achievements are why more than 1.5 million customers have come to AWS for their data needs. We have worked with some of the biggest brands in the world to build comprehensive end-to-end data strategies. And our customers are using these strategies to transform their data into actionable insights for their business every day. For example, Nielsen built a data lake capable of storing 30 petabytes of data, expanding their ability to process consumer insights from 40,000 households to 30 million households on a daily basis. And in the race to launch autonomous vehicles, Hyundai leverages AWS to monitor, trace, and analyze the performance of their machine learning models, achieving a 10x reduction in their model training time. And by working with leaders across all industries and sizes, we have discovered at least 3 core elements of an end-to-end data strategy. First, you need a comprehensive set of services to meet your needs now, but also in the future. Second, you need solutions that integrate all your data sources so you can easily access it no matter where it lives. And third, the right governance strategy so you can free your teams to move faster with their data. Now, let's dig in. For the first element of your data strategy, we believe every customer should have access to a comprehensive, high-performing set of tools that account for the scale, different types of data, and a variety of use cases you will need to support as your business grows and changes over time. A one-size-fits-all approach just does not work in the long run. In fact, our data supports this. 94% of the top 1,000 AWS customers use more than 10 of our database and analytics services. That's why we support your data journey with the broadest and deepest set of data capabilities out of any cloud provider, so you don't have to compromise on your performance, cost, or results. For example, we support data workloads for your applications with the most complete set of relational databases, like Aurora, and 8 purpose-built databases like DynamoDB. We also offer the most comprehensive set of services for your analytics workloads, like SQL analytics with Redshift, big data analytics with EMR, business intelligence with QuickSight, and interactive log analytics with OpenSearch. To support your machine learning workloads, we offer services like Amazon SageMaker that make it easier to create ML models, and AI services with built-in machine learning like Amazon Transcribe and Amazon TextRag. And across all of these services, we are continually accelerating our pace of innovation, so you will never outgrow AWS for your data needs. Your data services should enable you to keep up with growing volume of data by performing at scale. They should remove the heavy lifting for your IT and data teams, so you spend less time managing and preparing your data and more time getting value from it. And finally, they should have the highest levels of reliability and security to protect your data stores. Let's take a few examples. For performance at scale, let's start with Amazon Aurora. More than 100,000 AWS customers use Amazon Aurora for the relational database, which auto-scales up to 128 terabyte per instance at 1/10 the cost of other legacy enterprise databases. And with Amazon Redshift, a fast petabyte-scale data warehouse, tens of thousands of customers process exabytes of data every day with up to 5 times better price performance than other cloud data warehouses. These same levels of performance and scalability also extend to our customers' open source use cases as well. For example, many of our customers are increasingly using open source frameworks like Apache Spark for their complex data analysis projects. Customers can run Apache Spark on EMR, Glue, SageMaker, Redshift, and Athena with our optimized Spark runtime, which is up to 3x faster than open source Spark. And we are constantly improving our runtime to deliver even better price performance and cost savings for our customers. In our latest EMR release, you can run Apache Spark up to 4.9x faster than standard open source Spark. And with EMR's support for the latest generation of our custom-built processor, Graviton 3, you can boost the performance of your Spark applications by up to 19% as compared to Graviton 2. Now, let's talk about removing heavy lifting. For removing heavy lifting for your IT and data teams, Amazon S3 Intelligent Tiering is a great example. It reduces ongoing maintenance by automatically placing infrequently accessed data into lower-cost storage classes, saving users $750 million to date. With Amazon SageMaker, we are removing the heavy lifting from machine learning so that it's accessible to more developers. Our customers use SageMaker to make over 1 trillion predictions per month. And with Code Whisperer, we are removing heavy lifting with generative AI-powered code recommendations to boost developer productivity. Using a form of generative AI called large language models, Code Whisperer generates code based on contextual information like developers' prior code and their comments in natural language. And this all happens within your favorite IDE. And unlike traditional autocomplete tools, Code Whisperer can generate code recommendations that are several lines long, even entire functions. And finally, for reliability and security, our core database services like DynamoDB, Aurora, and RDS are architected with multi-AZ regions to ensure seamless failovers in the unlikely event an AZ is disrupted, thereby protecting our customers' mission-critical applications. We recently brought this same level of multi-AZ capability to Amazon Redshift as well. Now that we have covered the importance of having access to an innovative, comprehensive set of data services, let's look at how you can integrate all your data across your organization so it's available to you whenever and wherever you need it. For the second element of an end-to-end data strategy, you will need to integrate all your data sources so you can quickly access and act on it, no matter where it resides. When you connect the dots between your data sources across departments, services, or on-prem databases and third-party applications, you will be able to see the complete picture of your business and garner the richest insights. But connecting these data silos is not always easy. Typically, it requires complex extract, transform, and load ETL pipelines, which can take hours, if not days, to build and maintain. That's simply not fast enough to keep up with the speed of decision-making you want today. That's why AWS is investing in a zero ETL future, so you can quickly and easily connect to and act on all your data. With direct integrations between AWS services, we are eliminating ETL for common use cases so that your teams can move faster. We provide direct integrations with our AWS streaming services, so you can analyze your data as soon as it's produced and gather timely insights to capitalize on the right opportunities. We have integrated Amazon SageMaker within our data warehouse and databases, so you can leverage your data for machine learning without having to build data pipelines or having ML expertise. And with federated querying on Redshift and Athena, customers can run predictive analytics across data stored in their operational databases, data warehouses, and data lakes without any data movement. But querying and analyzing data stored in different locations isn't optimized for maximum performance as compared to traditional ETL methods. There is a trade-off. That's why we are investing in building integrations over the next few years that help you leverage your data without creating and managing ETL pipelines. For example, Amazon Aurora will support a zero ETL integration with Amazon Redshift to bring your transactional data in Aurora and the analytical capabilities in Redshift together. Stay tuned for more information about this new feature later this year. With this update, as well as the integration of Apache Spark and Redshift, we are making it easier to analyze all of your Redshift data, no matter where it resides. In addition to our ongoing investments in a zero ETL future, we are also making it easier to seamlessly connect to all of your data sources, whether they live in AWS or in external third-party applications. Looking across all of our services, AWS connects to hundreds of data sources, including SaaS applications, on-prem, and other clouds, so that you can leverage the power of all of your data. For example, take a look at Amazon SageMaker Data Wrangler, our low-code visual data prep tool for machine learning, where you can easily import data from your ML model training from more than 40 connectors, including the likes of Databricks and Snowflake. And we will continue to expand our capabilities, thereby making it easier for you to connect and act on your data. Now, let's look at the final element of a successful end-to-end data strategy: governance. Governance was historically used as a defensive measure, which meant locking down your data in silos. But in reality, the right governance strategy helps you move and innovate faster with well-defined guardrails that give the right people access to your data when and where they need it. As the amount of data rapidly expands, our customers want an end-to-end data strategy that enables them to govern their data across their entire data journey. They also want to make it easier to collaborate and share their data while maintaining data quality and security. But creating the right governance controls can be complex and time-consuming. That's why we are reducing the amount of manual tasks that are required to properly govern all of your data stores. For your data lakes, AWS Lake Formation helps you easily govern and audit your data lake on S3 with row and cell level permissions that help you protect your data while giving users access to the data they need to perform their job. For machine learning, we recently announced new features in Amazon SageMaker to address the common machine learning governance challenges, right from onboarding users to centralizing model information for multiple users in one central location. But for true end-to-end governance that manages data across all of your services, which is the future state we are building for our customers, we recently announced Amazon Data Zone. Amazon Data Zone is a data management service that helps multiple data teams across your organization catalog, discover, analyze, share, and govern your data. Data Zone supports the entire data discovery, access, and usage lifecycle with complete visibility and control over how the data is being shared, who is doing so, and who authorized it. With a unified environment and rich visual interface, data teams will have the freedom to innovate faster with your data. We have had a lot of interest in Data Zone since we recently announced it at re:Invent, and we are excited to share more with you soon. So, I shared how a comprehensive set of services, integrated data sources, and the right governance tools can help unleash insights across your organization. All of these elements and services come together to form your end-to-end data strategy, which enables you to store and query data for your databases, data lakes, and data warehouses. They enable you to act on your data with analytics, business intelligence, and machine learning tools, and catalog and govern your data with services that help you centralize access controls with tools like Lake Formation and Amazon Data Zone. By providing a set of services that support the entire data journey, we can meet you where you are, from the places you store your data to the tools you use to get the job done. As a final piece of the puzzle, you also need to ensure your data teams, from data producers to data consumers, are trained to develop the right skills to support your business as your needs change. With a workforce that is trained to organize, analyze, visualize, and derive insights from your data, you can really cast a wider net for innovation. Through our training programs, we are enabling organizations to build data literacy through machine learning tools, classroom training, and AWS certification. AWS now offers customers more than 150 professional development courses related to data, analytics, and ML, with 18 new courses launched in 2022. And we are only continuing to add more this year. And with AWS Deep Racer, our 118 scaled race car driven by reinforcement learning, more than 310,000 developers from 150 countries have been educated on machine learning. But not every employee within your organization needs to be a highly trained engineer to contribute to your data strategy. In fact, you need individuals in your organization without any coding experience, such as your data analysts and marketers, to be able to visualize and derive insights from your data without any technical knowledge. That's why we provide low-code and no-code tools like Amazon QuickSight, our machine learning-powered business intelligence solution that allows users to create interactive analytics dashboard in just minutes by asking questions in plain English. We also offer Amazon SageMaker Canvas, a no-code interface that enables business analysts to generate accurate ML predictions without any prior ML experiences. With these services, accessing data is no longer relegated to one department or one team within your business. If you want to expand the number of ideas within your organization, you have to expand data across different types of employees so your sparks can come from anywhere. Before we close, let's see how one customer, Warner Brothers Game, did just that.
The current landscape of gaming is way more free to play, which means that the processing of data and those needs just grow and grow over time. Warner Brothers Games has worked with AWS since 2014. Because we worked with AWS, it's meant our business could scale easily.
Peak volumes on a launch day, we pull in about 3 billion events per day.
There's no reason to guess or just go purely off gut instincts anymore. It's data. Data drives all of the decisions.
AWS is such an important partner because we don't have to worry about scale. We've tested up to 300,000 data events a second. We know when we launch a game, it's not going to fall down on us. A specific example of how we use data to influence our strategy is multiverses.
Multiverses is a 2v2 brawler game.
Featuring all the best characters from Warner Brothers. People know these characters, they love these characters, and if the design team doesn't nail the visceral feel of these characters, it's going to show up in the data. We can find that through the data, see how many people are getting impacted, and then propose solutions that will make the game better.
One of the biggest light bulb moments that I encountered is bringing our analytics data back into our partners' line of business tools. Whether it's a game designer designing a character or a world and seeing telemetry around how that world's behaved, or bringing data into our CRM systems so folks that are marketing and interacting with our players can see what their experience with us has been historically.
Anytime that we make a suggestion and it's changed in the game, I know why that change happened and what drove that decision making. Making the game better for the players, that's what it's really all about.
Woo!
I love that story. To recap, the 3 core elements of an end-to-end data strategy we have discussed today. A comprehensive set of services to meet your needs now and also in the future. And solutions that help you seamlessly integrate all your data sources. And finally, the right governance strategy that can help you unleash innovation within your entire organization. But please remember, it's individuals who ultimately create these sparks of innovation. But it is the responsibility of leaders to empower them with a data-driven culture to help them get there. Thank you.